my microphone so I can start. Thank you.
Yes.
I, Ousman Jallow.
I, Ousman Jallow.
Do swear that.
Do swear that.
I'll speak the truth.
I will speak the truth.
The whole truth.
The whole truth.
And nothing but the truth.
And nothing but the truth.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Thank you.
Mr. Jallow, welcome to the TRRC.
Thank you very much.
Mr. Jallow, the Commission's hearings are interpreted in local languages. Could you choose a local language in which you would wish your testimony to be interpreted into?
Mandinka.
May we have Mandinka interpretation, please? I am getting the signal from the booth that we are ready to proceed. Thank you very much. Mr. Jallow, you have just taken a note to speak the truth.
Mr. Jallow,
I just want to remind you that it is an offense under the laws of this country to lie on the oath. Do you understand that?
Very well indeed.
It is also an offense to provide false or misleading information to the Commission.
Very well.
Thank you very much. You are called mainly to talk about the events of July 22nd, 2005 concerning a group of people who were at Bara.
July 2005 and Bara
but as an NIA officer, you have a lot to say. So we will try to go through some of these issues, so that in this one hearing, we can cover a lot of the other issues that you may wish to talk about. I have in mind, for instance, the arrest and detention of Bailo's family and family members of those who were involved in the 30 December 2014 attempted coup d'etat. I am thinking of the arrest and detention of Omar Ndao, the arrest and detention of Mahmoud Sise and Ibu Job, the Fajara Barracks Ram case, and the Langtombong Tamba case. And on all these issues, we just want you to give us the brief information that you have. Do you understand?
Very well indeed.
And in order to more efficiently use our time, we would abridge the information on your biographical information.
La kibaro ifan kibaro menti mbo kibaro nyimbo sound la nyato le folon demanding.
Are you ready to proceed?
Pare dala bar purunga ka chanyin damu dabang.
Very well indeed.
Adi.
What are your full names?
Ito ni kontong.
My name is Ousman Jallow.
Mtom Ousman Jallow lati.
What's your date and place of birth?
Wuluda mintola anila wuluda sanjumala.
7 October.
October karo tiluwarawulo.
71.
1971.
In
Did he say 19?
71.
He just said 71.
Yes, indeed. 1971.
Yes, 1971.
In Nyamina Dankunku.
Ikafo sate me Nyamina Dankunku.
Precisely in Fulakunda.
Olem kasutian olem fulakunda de.
And Jallow Kunda in Fulakunda.
And Jallow kunda fulakunda.
Yeah, the village is called Fulakunda. Others, the Mandinka community will call it Bambaya.
Bambaya.
Yes.
Okay. So the Fullers have a name for it, and the Mandinkas also have a name for
Exactly.
Where
Okay.
from?
Okay, good. And when the Wolofs come, they will call it Sering Tubaya. So where did you go to school?
Yela karango damu da mintole.
I attended Dankunku Primary School, primary 1 to 4.
Ndata Dankunku Primary School le kadate Primary 1 katafo Primary 4.
Proceeded to Jaring Primary School.
Mkontineta ntata Jari Primary School.
I sat to the common entrance.
Woto nga common entrance exam wo keje.
We went to Nasir Ahmedia Muslim High School.
Kontineta ntata Nasir Ahmedia Muslim High School.
Bravo, there is someone who at least passed common entrance.
Completed in 1991.
Fantastic.
1991 sangala kono.
All levels.
O level.
When did you join the NIA
Sanjumale da
or the NSS?
Sanjumale yeda bula NSS do ko kono.
I believe recruitment took place November, December.
Na latala ko komi yetaro datile no November ni December karo kono.
1993.
1993 sango kono.
Then I went for recruitment proper training January 1994 to April 1994.
Ndata pruka dung karango nyin kono yen karandi dogo nyin na January kata February kalokan.
You subsequently educated yourself further, didn't you?
Nyar do manding inata na kota ke yefan karandi fonde.
Yes, I did.
Okay.
And you have some certificate in development diplomacy, and peace and security studies.
A certificate also to development yirua and Cairo sapatin do sifal.
Indeed, yes.
Well.
You also have a LLB from the University of the Gambia.
University of the Gambia fana ye LLB program of ananke je fanandole.
Indeed, I did.
Ade ngakele.
So your service, the NSS, later changed to NIA, didn't it?
Ila doko bunda memu NSS tinu inarana falinka ke NIA de fawande.
Yes, it did.
Okay.
Even though you were very briefly in the NSS,
NSS doko nyingono idunda jele wat surun kono don.
Tell us about the change that happened from NSS to NIA and what that change meant in the working ethos of your organization, in the work culture of your organization.
Onyamba yo wat surun no menke NSS ibota je data NIA. Ado ko fonye bang do ko nyinna ta ala ado nyinna be nyaadi la be laari nyaadi la nun jeto.
As far as I am concerned, I briefly worked with the NSS.
NSS near doko kele watu shooting kono do.
Barely 2 months.
Kansa for dolong karifula wicho kono.
But all the our operations or our work
bari nyawanya na doko nying kakenu nyami
evolve around covert operations.
Can you explain that briefly? Can you break that down? That all your work was about covert operations.
Ye faranye ban yas bonye nyoto ban fatam fansanye ban ni ko alla duko nyingo na do alla duko be ka ke mabaru duko wolti o kanya dile.
Covert operation in general terms
yalo ni ajibe wo doko min kake nkam mabon kake
would mean seeking information that borders around national security interests.
Wo kibarol bita fanna la mi alon ko ani na tanko bunda ani wala be nyo soto la nyola.
With the objective that
Numba kala min kamba
every undertaking shall be kept secret.
Fengo fami alon ko ngole ka doron fo nga mabo nga ke kullo kon ay mabo.
During those days, were you coming into direct contact with the public?
To the
best of my recollection, not at all.
Could you say that again?
I said not at all. We don't come with in contact with the larger public or the public.
During that time, the fact that one was an NIA, that one was an NSS agent, was it something that people wore publicly with a badge of honor? Oh man, I am NSS. Did that used to happen?
Mola coming yafoko intamu NSS do kulalti. For moka teacher wala bang kafu ha ante intamu NSS do kulalti. For moka teacher wala bang.
Not at all. And if I can explain,
ani wobuka kele balensa finansa danteno.
Generally,
it
was an accepted norm. That's as agents, given the size of our society, that you take cover names as a teacher, for instance, etc.
So you would not go around bragging that, oh, you know, I am NSS.
Not at all.
How about recruitment at the agency? How was it done?
For instance, my badge, which I can talk about as far as the history of the NSS is concerned. The requirement was 5 O levels. And my batch, all of us were O levels. And we were about 35. I'm not sure, but maybe there is an exception, one exception, I'm not sure of. Well, yeah, to answer your question, the requirement was 5 O levels.
5 level O level credit.
Few months into your service, things changed. Tell us about it.
Yes, I believe I went. I finished my training exercise end of April 1994. I went to work at the headquarters. May, June, July. Came the 22nd July overthrow. Yes.
Did that have an impact on the agency, the institution you worked for?
Oh yes, a lot of things changed from then.
Tell us about it.
The management changed.
The
name of the agency changed.
It changed to what?
From NSS, National Security Service, to National Intelligence Agency.
National Intelligence Agency.
Also, we lost a lot of staff. For my colleagues, most of them were dismissed or taken out of service.
How about the institutional, the regulatory arrangements? The regulatory framework, the enabling law, did it change?
I'm not sure the timings of the changes. But I think end of July. So barely one week after the overthrow. I was transferred to Janjambure at the commissioner's office. So the regulatory framework changes. I'm sure there are. If you are referencing degree 45, for instance. That gave rise to the NIA.
So decree 45 changed things, and then you ceased having NSS and NIA was put in place, correct?
Degree 45 dundu call in kono hanin kabi do kola no NSS inarana NIA fan londi okoto.
Indeed, yes.
And did the working methods change?
At the beginning, our belief was, my belief was, the nomenclature is the same.
Nomenclature is the name.
Okay, sorry. Yes. So as far as I'm concerned, my operation was within the limits of what the doctrine teaches at the training school, which evolves around issues on espionage, sabotage, terrorism, and insurgency. Yes.
But did Decree 45 introduce anything which changed the whole landscape at the NIA?
For Degree 45, bring another for another fenne findindi jebang membinara na do ko nyin talamandri bulo nyimbe falling NIA jetu bang.
Of course, yes.
Tell us about it.
But I would come to leave those changes probably after 97 when I came back to the headquarters.
Let's talk about them now. We have to abridge the hearing too. We have to manage our time very well. Tell us about those changes.
Yeah, when I came back to the headquarters, I believe I worked with the communication unit. And as far as I'm concerned, the communication unit, we monitor televisions, international televisions, radio stations, particularly BBC, and look at events that are happening around the world. And once in a while, something will pop up regarding the Gambia. But while I was there also, it was a fact that I came to realize the NIA have they were given extraordinary powers. By the subsequent legislations, as you mentioned.
What extraordinary powers are you referring to?
Powers such as investigations. And I'm not sure if people because I've lived it.
For mall, but
I said, I'm not so with the people, that is the officers. Understand very well some of these legislations. And so, yeah, there were a lot of detentions. And if you like, prolonged detentions.
Other rights violations?
Absolutely.
Such as?
Tortures, of course. Detaining somebody beyond the stipulated
legal
constitutional,
limit.
Yes, legal requirement.
So,
and the way and manner people were arrested and so forth and so on.
Did you recognize the institution that you enlisted into when you returned to headquarters in 97?
1997 sankono biri murutana Allah korda banyindo yalla ndako ita murutano fanna jumal do ko la jeba.
No, did you recognize?
Okay, foye je soute la ba ya soute la ba.
To be honest, prior to coming from Janjambure, prior to my transfer in 1997.
Jani ben sawundila kamboni na Janjambure 1997 sangokono.
And if you like, you can take it to 1995 when the election started.
Ni left the Sambano for 1995 was sangokono lem katre fayo damutata.
I saw some extraordinary departures. From what I felt I was taught at the training school, the ethics of the job that I was taught at this training school.
Give us examples.
Examples. For instance, I was labeled an opposition simply because I don't go about arresting people when orders are given. I try to reason with the authority that be. That these are the allegations. These are the facts. And as far as I'm concerned, the facts overweighs the allegation. What is being alleged? There is no basis for the allegations. So that and a host of other things, I was in no doubt. When I came back and saw the extraordinary powers and how they were managed, that yeah, I didn't agree.
How about the recruitment policy of the institution?
The recruitment policy, at this point, I'm talking based on my opinion, my internal knowledge. I think the first part of the NIA is the change of name to NIA. There were some substance, there were some relevance in the training, in the people that were trained. Even though I can highlight some departures. Yes, but at least for the first maybe 5, 6, 7, 8 years.
If
you have to put it on the balance, it's 50-50.
There were some?
There were some good officers.
You saying 50-50?
50-50.
What is this 50 and what is that 50?
This 50 is that those that met the for instance, the O-level, 5 O-level requirement. And this other one is those that are brought through the back door.
Oh, there was a back door.
Of course, we are talking about 50 that doesn't meet the requirement. We are not taking the front door.
Tell us about that, how it happened, as far as you know.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying it in general terms. I can't say the specifics. Of course, as I become a commander, I can leave some of these things.
And tell us what you lived. Tell us, make us understand what the back door was and how people went through the back door. Who are these type of people?
What I'm saying is, if the requirement is 5 O-levels, and you are a secondary 4 graduate, you didn't meet the requirement. Well, of course, I am not saying that. I'm not underrating the quality or the caliber of people who did not go to high school and went to secondary school. It's just to highlight the departure.
Departure from what?
From that standard operating procedure, as in a recruitment requirement is 5 O-levels. As opposed to a situation where you can bring in anybody without setting a standard.
In your statement, you said as follows: the NIA recruited people not only people without O-level, but also people who are completely incompetent. Did you say that?
I did.
These problems were aggravated with the appointment of director generals who are not fit for purpose. Did you say that? Just wait for the interpretation. Did you say that?
Yes, I did.
And postings of people who do not deserve it. Did you say that? To add insult to injury, these situations were marred with executive interference and directives that were unlawful and destructive to the civilian authority in the general management of the affairs of this country. Did you also say that?
Indeed, I said it.
This is a very strong indictment of the government, of the executive and the NIA.
And if anything, that is even an understatement.
Well, in the next statement you said, in the end, all of these problems, the country became ungovernable. I must add, the NIA did badly in terms of human rights violations and arbitrary arrests. But there were also good men and women whose only reason of serving was for the good cause of the Gambia. Did you also say that?
Indeed, I said it.
And you stand by that?
100%. If I can add. The problems that are highlighted, we lived in. And generally, it's a common knowledge. That the NIA have become the center of the human rights violations, the tortures, disappearances, the killings, probably things that we will never know. So, but that aside, people have lived the national security aspirations of this country. And they hold it very dear. They have lost a lot of things. So it's unfortunate that description of those men and women leading to the managers that were brought to supervise those men and women. Aggravating the situation where we found ourselves. No words can tell you the seriousness of what that did for our governance system in this country.
Directors generals who did not even go to high school.
One of them, yes.
Commanders and heads of units who could not even pass common entrance.
Commanders all many alonko nyatongol ani melanko nyatongol lem fanna do la NIA do go nyin kono melanko hani exam fon imam gagné.
Indeed, yes. And they were commanding people who were more intelligent than them.
Ando adara ibe mol ibe kango dika mol la milan ko wolle fon hakilo diate tolti andi karante kana and wolle pareta pour do ko
who could have helped even ya jame or the government itself.
Anu bo mol fon fa isitano fon fo ya jame mako fa wala masakunda fon mume.
The concept that education no matter prevailed.
Hamo miro membe do la wala nyindigo karawning omang ke kudi me alonko atambira ko be nyaaro le même fenketa même kumba da wala nyindigo hamo so do ko nyin kono do.
Exactly.
And there was royalty, having the right show name mattered.
Konton ofana mu kule me alonko ofana jareta ko nyin kono le.
Royalty but beyond royalty
yalom komini ko ye lo mansa ya fasa but ni wo be botaji
was also the fact that I believe this was motivated this was personally motivated.
The form lata mina wala nyum ko mi yalon ko wala kata ka lo mansa ka fasa fen mi yalon ko mansa fongale
to bring party down, to bring Samba down.
Party in Samba base jindi dum.
So that you will climb up there.
Sajete se seleno santo.
or for personal gains.
Voilà, yake pri fonga nafa dama.
Yes.
What you saying that there are no more excesses at the SIS. As it is. But it is still old wine in new bottle. You're saying, but the officers are the same men and women with lots of capacity gaps. That's your position.
Yes, but if I can add, capacity gaps, I'm talking in general terms. As a country, I've lived all my life in this country. So the capacities gap, if anybody is fair to oneself,
so as
a country, we need to wake up.
And in your statement, you said, until the equation changes, the status quo is the same, there is no value for money. That's another strong indictment.
Oops.
That's not it. There's no value for money. No.
Indeed.
That what we are paying for, we're getting less. No. No, we don't have the quality people to deliver what is needed, what they are paid to do.
Indeed. Again, I'm talking in general terms. I feel very bad if my daily activity is not geared toward uplifting, whether it's education, whether it's health delivery system, whether it's agriculture. On a daily basis, I will feel I will feel I have achieved something if the whole thinking evolves around the lives and livelihoods of Gambians.
Incompetence reigns. That is one trouble. But lack of love for the country makes it double jeopardy. Is that what you're trying to say?
Exactly.
It's your statement, it's your testimony.
Yes, indeed.
Now let's talk about the Ghanaians, or the West African migrants. Tell us what happened on 22nd July 2005.
Yeah, I listened to the first witness. Not all of it. So I wanna tell the commission that probably the timings may not be accurate. On this fateful day, I believe the normal working hours is 4 o'clock. Then I was the officer commanding investigations. I believe I must have closed work around 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock. So I left my office Banjul to driving home to Sukuta. I used to live in Sukuta.
Mbotana office do Banjul mbese kan bay moto borandi kan kata Sukuta. Wo jam wo wato ko no mbel sire no Sukuta le.
I believe I was at my gate in Sukuta.
Lata go nata fonna ko da bundato Sukuta.
So the timings I can't get them right as per what I said in my statement.
Komi wato min na wo ketanto hakilo to malano komi nga fo nakuma kan safari ngol kono nyami.
I received a call from my boss.
Bari na boss na tan kili telephone to.
Who was he?
Now I'm not sure. Maybe the director of operations Ngol Seka.
Malla bakede baraske no director of operation tele ka fo mi Ngor Seka.
It can be the director general Dabamare.
Sikeno fona director general nyintele
Dabamare. I believe it's Ngor Seka.
Bari lada ko Ngor Seka len.
And again I cannot remember the wordings.
Hakilo mamuda kuma kawal min fon fota jatti.
I believe he told me there are mercenaries or rebels that are intercepted in Bara.
Bari latala ko aya funyala ko komin rebelol wala mol mi yala ko ka kelo ke jo ye kundute nyata le Bara sade okon.
And that I should go to the Navy.
Ko sanya anata yamalo na pungata na sojarol mi wala mba mararim ba ko wala.
And that a Navy board is prepared.
Woto fana kulungo bije mi ala be loring ya parendi.
With armed men.
Mol bije mi ala ko ini kidol.
And that I should cross over to Bara and bring them in bits 5. I'm not sure 5 or 10.
Maybe asikeno mo luluti wala mo tang.
Should I go ahead?
Yes, proceed.
So I turned back. I didn't even enter in my house to eat food or anything. I just turned back. I went to the Navy. I believe before I went, I called my twice Bamba Mane. Bamba is late now. May his soul rest in peace. And asked him to meet me at the Navy. So I drove to the Navy headquarters. I arrived, they opened the gate. I believe they were told already. And then I parked my car. I'm not sure whom did I ask for. Probably a team was ready for me there. So I took charge. Entered the boat. We went to Bara.
Did you meet any senior officials there at that time?
At this point, I think I was the most senior officer. Even if not, that was what I was made to believe. I was in charge. And that's the role I assumed, that I was in charge.
Proceed.
So we went to Bara. And
in how many boats?
One boat.
Do you recall the name of the boat?
I cannot, to be honest.
Does GNS Fatima ring a bell?
GNSS.
To be honest,
GNS Fatima.
I don't want to speculate, but to be honest, I cannot remember.
Please,
so I'm not sure how many Navy officers, Navy officers were with me. Well, I have jumped one aspect. On my way to the Navy, I passed by my office. And then I took about 10 handcuffs. And I went with them to the Navy. So I went with this Navy board and the Navy officers, maybe 8 or 10. We arrived at Bara. I went to the police station. With the Navy escort. So when I arrived at the counter, I believe I spoke to the SIF commander.
sixth commander.
Do you remember the name?
To be honest, no.
Honey,
I definitely cannot.
Proceed.
So I told him my mission and asked him where are these people. And he pointed at the cells because I was standing facing this direction. And I believe the cells were on my right. So he pointed at the cells. So I turned to the cells. And then I went to the cells and talked to them briefly. Generally.
And what did you talk about?
I asked them where they were coming from and who were their leader. Do they have a leader? They said they were coming from Senegal and they were abandoned somewhere on the coast of Bara, on the Atlantic Ocean, and that they were found there. But again,
did they say what was their mission?
Yeah, let me come back a little bit. So when I went to the cells, when I asked them generally, they pointed at a leader. I can't remember the leader's name, but he's a Nigerian. So I have tete-a-tete with him. It was he who told me they were camped in Senegal, that they intended to go to Europe, and that their Senegalese agent brought them in a boat and abandoned them on the coast of Bara, where they were trying to reach their Senegalese agent. Sorry, Gambian agent. And I asked the Gambian agent. I think they told me a name. I cannot remember the name. I said, do you have any proof? I believe he have a piece of paper or a telephone. He told me the telephone number. And I took my phone and I dialed the number. The man's name appeared on my phone.
How did that happen?
Yeah, that happened because 2 or 3 weeks before this incident, the same agent who lives in Birkama with another man from Tuba have perpetrated the same kind of operation.
You perpetrate crimes.
if I can say that again.
You perpetrate crimes. They carried out that same operation.
Yes.
Okay.
They perpetrated the same kind of a crime. So if I can highlight that, they brought about 35 young people, housed them in somewhere around Burfur Heights, behind the Gamtel. And there was this evening, we received a tip-up that they are in Gelegeles, going to Banjul Waf, where they intended to take a boat. So I deployed my men. So the Tuba guy was arrested. He was brought with maybe 4 or 5 of the illegal migrants. Their statements were taken, and the illegal migrants were released. The Tuba guy was detained, and subsequently he was bailed. But the Birkama guy was on the run. And we were looking for him.
Does the name Lamin Tunkara ring a bell?
Lamin Tunkara to niya mo ron fo be fende mamman le sondo mo kono ba.
Indeed, it's Lamin Tunkara.
Wala form Lamin Tunkara.
So Lamin Tunkara was on the run.
Lamin Tunkara be boril la no.
Look at my telephone number.
Na telephone number jibe.
9964343.
9964343.
Around that time.
Watola.
You can see probably I've called him maybe more than 10-20 times. Asking him to surrender. So when the Nigerian, the head of the team gave me the number and I dialed an Islam in Tunkara, I concluded straight away, definitely these are illegal migrants. I stepped out of the police station. I called my boss. Again, I believe it's Ngor Sekadin, the director of operations. I told him these are not mercenaries or rebels. They are illegal migrants wanting to go to Europe. And the same agent, Lamin Tunkara, is again involved in this operation. So I told him now I'm tired. It's too late. I cannot carry them in 5 or 10. I will put them all in the boat. These people are tired, they are hungry. I'm sure I'll be okay with it. So I told
how did he respond?
Yeah, I really thank God. My bosses always trust me. And they have always taken my account of whatever the activity is. So to the best of my knowledge, he didn't even hesitate. He asked me to go ahead.
Yes. And then what happened after that?
So I left the cells. I came back to the counter. I told the shift leader, I'm ready to take them to Banyu. That's the instruction I have. So what are the protocols? He said, I will enter it in the diary. I said, then please quickly do that. I'm tired. He entered the detail, not the details, but the activity that, we have arrested. They have intercepted maybe 51 Ghanaians, 51 illegal migrants. And he asked me to sign. So I wanted to satisfy myself. I went to read. I read the notes that were written on the diary, or whatever is written on the diary. And they said 51 illegal migrants. And when I brought these people, I counted them. They were 50. I told him, no, it's not 51, it's 50. And we altered the diary before I signed. So he altered the diary. He countersigned the alteration. Then I signed receipt of the 50 people.
Would it have been part of normal protocol for you to receive these 50 people without signing the entry in the diary?
Ning ayatara ite mo buko nyin sign purite o mo talulu nyinta.
Never. It would have been suicidal on their part.
So, according to you, an entry must have to be made or must have been made in the diary, and you must have signed it for this event to take place in the manner in which you described.
Ko ya fanya me safiro nyanda kala buko konole janning itabe bulobe mala nyimolla ko ya fanya me yandu nyanna signal
without a doubt.
Hakil fula man dara woto
100% sure.
Andu ilata wala bake fam
100%, and the evidence is that not only did I sign, I told them you have made a mistake. Because I'm very responsible. And the situation that I was dealing with, I was very aware. So I wouldn't do anything that would equate to missteps.
And you are certain that you signed that diary? Receiving these 50 people?
100%.
Mr. Chair, perhaps it's a convenient time to take our lunch break, and we would finish after the lunch break.
Yes, indeed. But, Mr. Jallow, you signed a receipt of 50, the number 50, not individual names of the 50 people.
Mr. Jallow, akamda ko saite ni ajibe kontiro nyinto mo talul yewlata manke ko kunwo kumfo.
Indeed, number 50, yes.
You didn't know the identities of or the names of the individuals that you had been given.
At this point, no.
I hope you can throw some light on that when we come back from lunch. We would take a break and then come back at 2:35. Meeting is adjourned.